Hi guys, this is a tutorial for Coachella Woodstock in My Mind by Lana Del Rey. As usual, everything that you need is going to be linked down in the description box, so please go and check that out. There is a full run through of the song, a cover, at the end of the video, so you can skip forward if you're interested in watching that. It will be in the black and white area. I'd like to thank all of my Patreon supporters for supporting me this month. Thank you guys so much. If you're interested in supporting me on Patreon, the link is also down in the description box. If you enjoyed this and you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Apart from that, let's just get started with this tutorial. So this one's really nice and simple, super simple chords, very kind of repetitive in the verses and the chorus. So I think you're all going to be able to really nail this one down. So the first chord that we're going to need is a G. And also, before we start, if your piano's not this big, if your hands can't stretch to the big octaves, then just play as low as you can for the low notes. Just make it work for you. It doesn't have to be exact. So let's get started. First chord that we're going to need, here's middle C, and we're going to want a G chord. So in our right hand, this is G, B, and D. And in our left hand is G and D. So that's the first chord that we're going to need. So I was at Coachella, and if you want to know about my playing pattern, that's also linked down in the description box. I was at Coachella, leaning on your shoulder. So we've gone down to an F chord. So right hand, this is F, A, and C. And in our left, F and C. I find it really difficult to sing that low as well. So the next chord that we want is a C. So C, E, G in our right hand, and in our left, C and G. And those are the only chords that we're going to need for the verse, and we repeat those 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So G, F, C. And we change it at the beginning of every sentence. So like this. I was at Coachella, leaning on your shoulder, watching your husband swing in time. I guess I was in it, 'cause baby for a minute, it was Woodstock in my mind. In the next morning, they put out the warning, tensions are rising over country lines. I turned off the music, tried to sit and use it, all of the love that I saw that night. Okay, so that's the verse. Really sorry about the low singing. You just have to deal with it, because I'm not going to skip up to the next key. So that is the verse. So G, F, C 4 times, super simple. Let's go on to the part before the chorus. So what about all these children? And what about all their parents? So the first chord that we're going to want is an A minor. So we've got 2 A's in the left hand. Again, if you can't stretch that far, just a low A is fine. Right hand is A, C, and E. Okay, so, 'cause what about all these children? Down to a G, with 2 G's in the left hand. Then we're going to a D with just this 1 D in the left hand. So a D chord in our right hand is D, F sharp, and A. Okay. Then we're going down to a C with just a C in the right hand. The left hand, sorry. So like this. 'Cause what about all these children? And what about all their parents? And we play that again. And what about all the crowns they wear in hair so long like mine? And again. And what about all their wishes wrapped up like garland roses? And again. Going into the chorus, like I said, the bit before the chorus is literally A minor, G, D, C. We do that 4 times, okay? So, onto the chorus. E minor. Right hand is E, G, B. With an E in the left. And then it's just C and D. So we repeat that 3 times. So E minor, C, D, E minor, C, D, E minor, C, D. Then we change that E minor to an A minor, okay? And we do that twice. So A minor, C, D, A minor, C, D. So it should go like this. I traded all for a stairway to heaven. I take my time for the climb up to the top of it. I trade the fame and the fortune and the legend. Now to A minor, I'd give it all away if you give me just one day to ask him one question. And again, I'd give it all away if you give me just one day to ask him one question. So, for the next verse, it's exactly the same as the first one. So let's just play that through. I was at Coachella, leaning on your shoulder, watching your husband swing and shine. I'd say he was hella cool to win them over. Critics can be so mean sometimes. He was on his knees and I thought he was breaking them down with his words and his words divine. Doesn't take a genius to know what you've got going into. Not wanna lose it cause they lost their minds. That's the verse. Back to the bit before the chorus, again exactly the same. Cause what about all these children and all their children's children? And why am I even wondering that today? Maybe my contribution could be as small as hoping that words could turn to birds and birds would send my thoughts your way. Chorus, again exactly the same as the one before. I traded all for a stairway to heaven. I take my time for the climb up to the top of it. I trade the fame and the fortune and the legend. I'd give it all away if you gave me just one day to ask him one question. I'd give it all away if you gave me just one day to ask him one question. Stairway to heaven. So for this part, super simple still. So G, F, C, D, and that's it. Okay, so it's G, F, C, D, and we repeat that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Okay, so like this. I'll play this part through slowly for you. So. Stairway to heaven. Stairway. Got a million things I wanna say, like what's it all for? Will it be okay? Million things I wanna say, like what's it all for? on a G, because I think it finishes it off nicely. You can just fade it out if you want to, but I like to finish on a G. So that is it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Like I said at the beginning, everything that you need is down in the description box, so please go and check that out. If you have any trouble with it, please feel free to contact me. The various ways of doing that are down in the description box. If you enjoyed this and you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I'd really love to have you around on my channel and learning songs with me. Yeah, apart from that, I hope that you guys are well. Full cover in a second if you're interested in that, and I will speak to you all very, very soon. Mwah. Bye. I was at Coachella, leaning on your shoulder, watching your husband swing in time. I guess I was in